Once, I stopped to look at a wall of ivy and old concrete. He stood behind me, close enough that I felt the heat of him through my shirt. He said nothing, neither did I, but in that silence, everything was burning. We found a basement bar that smelled like thyme. The music was slow, warm, Japanese bossa nova. He took a photo of me without asking. I let him. You always photograph people like that?
No, just you.
There was a weight in the air then, not heavy but inevitable. Like gravity finally remembered who we were. He kissed me first. It wasn't planned, just one of those moments you don't dare ruin with thought. We were on a footbridge. The wind carried the scent of the river, and somewhere far below, a taxi passed like a whisper. He leaned in, and I didn't move. The kiss was soft, unhurried, but it left something inside me unsteady. We didn't speak on the walk back, not out of awkwardness, but because the silence between us was already saying so much. I opened the door to my room. He stepped in without hesitation, like he belonged there, like he always had. We didn't undress quickly. There was no rush, just the slow rhythm of fingers tracing buttons, fabric falling like petals to the floor. He kissed me again, not like on the bridge, but deeper, like he was memorizing the shape of this moment. Later, I watched him fall asleep beside me, one arm across his chest, his breath soft and steady, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel like I was just passing through a city. I felt held by it, by him. He woke before me. I could feel it in the shift of the air, that subtle stillness when someone is already half gone. He stood by the window, already dressed. The morning light touched the line of his neck, his camera resting against his chest like a secret he hadn't told yet. I turned to face him. He looked back, and his smile lingered, softer than memory, steadier than regret. He crossed the room in 3 quiet steps and sat on the edge of the bed. No words, just the sound of rain brushing the glass.
What time is your train?
I almost didn't answer. I almost said, what if I missed it again? But I just told him the truth. An hour. He nodded, then held out his phone. We exchanged numbers, not urgently, just like 2 people making room for something they weren't ready to let end. He walked me to the station. We stood together on the platform, surrounded by noise and motion, but for a few moments it felt like we were still in the quiet of the bookstore cafe. He didn't kiss me again. He didn't have to. The way he looked at me, it said more than any promise. The train arrived, doors slid open, people moved, and for a second I stood still. I'll send you the photo. I turned once before boarding. He was still there, hands in his coat pockets, head tilted slightly, watching. And I knew, whatever this was, it wasn't over. Tokyo blurred past the window, but something inside me stayed steady. A buzz on my phone, a message, one photo, no words. It was the one he took in the jazz bar, me, half in shadow, half in light. I looked at it for a long time, longer than I should have, long enough to realize that maybe, just maybe, some loves don't vanish, they wait.